Hey everybody, it's Shelly doing today's reading. How's everybody doing today? Um, I just want to start this out by saying that I just love how these little cards that I have, just one reads right into the next day. So this one is I am grateful, which we talked about yesterday. Um, so I know that my blessings come from being thankful for what I already have. When you are grateful, it leads to more things to be grateful for. And it's the law of attraction, really. So, like, just in a nutshell, the law of attraction is like, you drive a certain car and you see that car everywhere because you notice that car and all the other cars just kind of blend together. But then when, say, you like, oh, your sister gets a new car and you notice all of those cars. And so that's just the law of attraction. So when you're grateful, you notice more things to be grateful for. So if you're like grateful for it's a super rainy day today. I'm so grateful that I have this warm, cozy house. I got to take a nice hot shower. I got to do dishes and eat some yummy food. Like I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for my business that I get to, buy thrifted clothes and pass them on to other people that really like them and get them for a bargain. So I'm grateful for that. So more of that comes into my life. I'm grateful for my relationships, and when I stop complaining about relationships and start being grateful for relationships, they get better. So I just love that. I just love that I know that my blessings come from being thankful for what I already have. So if you're unhappy with your body, like a lot of people are, be grateful for what your body does do. It gets you from point A to point B. It breathes. It, digests. It circulates blood so you can live. It holds your soul while you're here in the physical world. It's pretty amazing. So when you start getting grateful for your body, you start treating it better, exercising, eating better, feeling better about it, dressing better, all of that good stuff. So with that, let's pull a few cards. Nothing popped out while I was shuffling. So let's see what we got here. The Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles the pentacles represent money. I'll put this over here. You can see that they are, out in the cold, kind of searching for a warm place to be. Back, like with that gratitude, what I just said, I'm so grateful right now to be in this house and warm and cozy when it's raining and icky and, cold outside. So this to me is just about giving back, which we've talked about this week, giving back, being grateful for what you do have, and attracting the more. And because it's the Pentacles, I would even say it might be a good time to tithe. And when I say tithe, I know that goes straight to feeling like it's a church thing. But tithing goes back so far in history, and it is about gratitude. It is about giving back to something that you are thankful for. So if you had a good time with somebody, if you appreciate somebody reminding you something or whatever, you can just throw them a little bit of money. It's not like donating. So you donate to charities, you donate to the Goodwill. I do that. I give some clothes back to the Goodwill. Donating and tithing are two different things. I just think of tithing as something that influenced you to be a better person, and you can tithe to that. Whether it's church, I had some authors to a book that actually taught me about tithing, and I tithed to them for a while. I've tithed to my kids, I've tithed to my husband, I've tithed to friends, and they're always just like, what is this about? And I'm like, I'm just grateful to have you in my life. You really reminded me of how amazing I am, or how, much better I can be. So tithing is a really good thing, and it's a really fun thing, especially at this time of year when everybody's in this really giving mood, to just tithe, even if it's just like $5, that. And the thing about tithing is it comes back to you tenfold, and it always does. If you keep track of it, and you'll kind of like you'll lose sight of it. Like, say you're like, oh, I'm going to tithe, my mom $5 because, we had a really good talk today and she reminded me of how amazing I am. And then you give her $5, and then you look back like a month later and you're like, oh my gosh, I sold $50 worth of stuff that week, or somebody paid for my $50 dinner or something like that. And it's just like, oh wow, it really does come back. So went on about that for a while. Judgment reversed. So this is just a good reminder to stop the gossip. Like, when you get really judgy and you start talking about other people, because it's in the reverse, usually judgment kind of means like things are going to come to a conclusion. Maybe there was like a legal thing you're going through, or some sort of situation, scenario that you are waiting to get to the end of, or, find the truth about or something. When it's reversed, it's more like, stop gossiping. You don't need to talk about everybody. And don't be worried about what people are saying to you, because everybody talks about everybody. You know that you have opinions about the people that you love the most and you care about the most. And sometimes it comes from a gossipy place, and sometimes it comes from like, I just wish they would do better. But when you stop the gossip, you make more room for love and kindness and creativity. So, that one just fell on the floor. I'm going to get that in a minute. The next one is the King of Pentacles. So I feel like this is kind of an opening up of the investments, like we were talking about earlier this week. Like, just sit still, don't make any financial moves. For me, this card is just kind of taking you out of that a little bit. Like, start looking into what you want to do financially, but be super logical about it. If you think about the King of Pentacles, he's like the treasurer. He's making super wise decisions. He's not making decisions about emotions like, oh, I like this company because they, make flowery things that are pretty. No, he's being super like, this company, because I looked at this, their graph and they're doing better and better, and it looks like they're going to keep doing better, and they just hired a new CEO. Like, the King of Pentacles is super logical about finances. So if there is anything financial right now, get super logical about it. Make sure that you are making the decisions with your head, not your heart. So that's what that card is saying. And then the Ace of Wands reversed. I feel like because the Ace of Wands upright is just, it's just like all these ideas. The wands represent like your career, your skills, your hobbies, just all of the I want to say skills, but it's not even skills. It's just things you love, your career, what you're passionate about. So this one is just like, you're just kind of like, oh my God, I have all these ideas. The ace always represents like brand new. So like there's brand new something coming in. So this one reversed is more like, don't shoot for that new thing so quickly. Stay where you are and keep doing what you're doing and see where that leads. So new opportunities are going to come in. It's important, just like this card with the King of Pentacles. It's important to get really logical about it. So you might be like, oh, I just want to like jump on all these ideas and everything. My dogs are losing it. Anyways, it's important to be, again, logical about it. Don't make any quick moves. Sit back and look at all of the options. Keep doing what you're doing and watch the opportunities come in. So that is a good little reading for today. And a gratitude is I am grateful. I know that my blessings come from being thankful for what I already have. So, I know, I heard you barking. What's going on? What? You want to... Oh, I know what he wants. He wants to go... Here, we gotta say hi first. Oh, he's like, I don't want to say hi, Mom. He wants to look out the window. That says Oscar. Anyways, that's the reading for today. I appreciate you coming and watching my readings. Make sure to subscribe, like, and leave any comments that you have about the reading. What are you grateful for? Throw it in the comments. And I have a link tree in the description if you want a reading or you want to find me on any other platforms. And I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.